Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Edge. As always, this is the weekly reset vendor video, but real quick, just a quick disclaimer, the Crossroads season does end here in 6 days, 13 hours from the recording of this video. So this is your last week to jump in and get those extended season rewards. Getting those good old season track extensions. So make sure you jump in and get those. But without further ado, we'll get right into it. As always, this is going to be just the stuff that I think you should get, skipping over everything else because I'm not here to waste your time. But we'll get right into it. Starting off here, we've got the Caesar Guard. Awesome piece to have. Terrible rolls, probably would pass. So nothing there of real benefit. You could always get the Caesar Guards, donate 20 of them for proficiency. But to keep one, nah. Purist, not a fan of this weapon, even though it hits really, really hard. Just not what I would say is ideal. Rock and roll, without a doubt, absolutely get this weapon if you don't have one. Already comes rolled exactly what you want it to be, and it's almost completely maxed out. So it shouldn't take too much to get it finished out. And then the Pointman, that's pretty much perfect. Just dropping the weapon handling for armor regen, for explosive resistance, and on that line. So 2 awesome pieces to start off the week. I'll probably end up going back and get one of those Pointmans just so I have an extra one to roll in a couple different ways.
Good to see you, Agent.
Battery pack, not a fan of this named weapon, or named backpack. So I'd probably just grab 20 of them, donate them for proficiency. Mag size if you need it for marksman rifles. Yeah. No.
Thanks for the business, Agent.
Nothing here. So, now we will jump over here to the campus, and I'll meet you at our next vendor. Alright, as we're hopping into here, we've got the scalpel. No. Plain and simple, not worth it. If you're needing a tank holster, this would be a good one. Drop skill haste armor regen, probably. Work your way getting to that 3 brand set bonus for the 2% armor regen. Super, super nice. But other than that, LMG damage for your LMGs for library. But nothing else really of value here. So we will jump on over here to the castle settlement, going to that descent entrance. Just a whole lot quicker and easier to get to the vendor over here. Just right around this corner, up these stairs, and there we go. Visionary, grab him for proficiency. There's better mass, unfortunately. Cheska mask, you could have one of these if you need it for a little bit extra crit chance. Drop the health off for crit damage, headshot, armor regen. Kind of a good plethora of options there. So, a couple of decent pieces here. And lastly, we'll jump over here to the theater settlement and turn around and we'll be at that next vendor. While we are fast traveling, I appreciate y'all being here, taking time out of your day, going over all this with me. Means a lot, and I appreciate it. But we got firm handshake. If you need them, absolutely get these proficiency. This is I believe it's a PvP exclusive, or it used to be a PvP exclusive. So grab that if you need it. Otherwise, we have nothing else here, and I will meet you all at our DZ East, and we'll start hitting the dark zones, and then we've got our 3 over in New York. Alright, over here at the Dark Zone East, we've got the Darkness. Said it before, we'll say it again. Probably one of the worst guns in the game. Just not a very good piece. Nothing in there is really of value of wasting Dark Zone resources on it, just because of how rare they are. So I would probably just skip those. Just run countdown if you need anything that was in there. Over here at the south, we've got the Moss Special, which is nothing special. Nothing else of real value here. So we'll go ahead and jump over here to the west entrance and run over here to our last one, and then start hitting our New York expansion, which is Haven, which has 2 vendors, and then over in Brooklyn we have 1 more. But over here we have Death Grips. No. I was kind of considering those just because of what they are. If you really need a pair, I would still say you're better off donating resources to add to proficiency before buying one of those and using it. It's just not worth your time. So much better options out there. Alrighty, we will jump over here to Haven and see what we have for these 2 vendors, and then we'll have 1 more after that. As is always, the Dark Zone vendors, forgot to mention, is Dark Zone Resources, which is this little biohazard symbol on your resource tab, and it's just that tells you how many you have. But for this one, we have Born Great, marksman rifle damage for your library, weapon handling for backpack if you need that. I would say this mask, but using Punch Drunk is probably a better option. So I would probably skip that. We got 1 more vendor over here around this corner. Always gotta check them. Every once in a while they have something pretty good.
How can I help you, Agent?
This would be one of those pieces that I'm talking about. Grab this. You can either keep the spotter, you can change it for glass cannon, you can change it for a couple different options. This is really, really strong, even as is. So definitely grab one of these. That 5% weapon damage, and then getting up to that 60% pistol damage. Super, super, super awesome. I've been using 3 pieces of this for the pistol, for my pistol one-shot build, and it hits like a freight train. It is an awesome brand set. Thoroughly enjoyed that one. But I will meet you guys over in Brooklyn for our final one, and we will wrap it up after that. So got 1 more vendor to go, and I will see you all over there. All right. Our final vendor for today over here in Brooklyn. Let's see what we got. We've got
you got something to trade?
LMG damage again. Also sledgehammer for libraries. Got a Cheska holster. Definitely drop that health off for crit chance. If you need that extra little bit of crit chance to boost you over to what you're wanting to get to, not a bad option there, but probably about it for this one. So not a whole lot, but it's still better than nothing. But that is also going to be it for me for today. I appreciate you all being here. Take care of yourselves, and we will see you all in the next one. Thank you for being here. Peace.